right, testing. 1, 2, check, 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 check. All right, give me yours.
Testing. 1, 2, check, check, check.
Okay.
We're all good?
You're working. Yeah.
Okay.
Now, you're going to have to basically go down. Let's test it now. And just look at our hand signals. If I do this, that means talk.
All right,
Okay?
Where would you like me to stand?
I would remember, 25 to 25 is what we're thinking on this sideline.
Okay.
So, all right.
All right.
Check 1, 2, check, check.
All right, we're here on business. Check, check, check.
Okay.
We're all good?
You're working. Yeah.
Okay.
Now, you're going to have to basically go down. Let's test it now. And just look at our hand signals. If I do this, that means talk. Okay?
Where would you like me to stand?
I would remember, 20.
Okay, here we are down on the Mountaineers sideline. I'm Nate Johns. Keep going? Okay, we will keep going. So out here we have some non-Abington Heights football players practicing. They're out by the tunnel just waiting to come in and get their warm-ups on the field for tonight's opening game between the Abington Heights Comets and the Dallas Mountaineers. Now we have the marching band making their way in. Their first show in, well, since October when they got knocked out by North Pocono in districts. North Pocono would end up going on to lose to Valley View, who would lose in the first round of the state.
Just stay still and talk for 30 seconds.
Okay, here we are down at the 35-yard line. The Mountaineer offense coming around, hands it off Parker Balesta. And he makes a cut, makes a man miss. He's down to the 25-yard line, and that's a first down for Dallas. What a run by Parker Balesta, the Stony Brook commit. And now we're down here. Dallas near the midfield mark, trying to drive down to the other end of the field. Doesn't matter what end of the field you put them on. The offense just keeps going, powered by the running game. And here we are down to the 25-yard line. Zapatiki drops back to pass, looking to his right, shoulder fade. Finds Peters in the back part of the end zone. Touchdown, Dallas. And now Dallas working in the red zone. Hands it off. It's Vitale out of the backfield. Vitale on the carry. Touchdown, Dallas. And here we are down at the 5-yard line. It's a pretty close play from here with the Ghosts. This is what we call the pregame of the pregame. Still about 73 minutes before we get started. He's running. They're not going to catch him. Touchdown. What is this contraption? Yep. So we can go to the end zones.
Girls, text the girls. Make sure they know what the tripod is.
So now here we are down at the other end zones. It's a very close play. 4th and goal coming up at the goal line. And he... Okay, this... binoculars. And now here we are on the Abington sideline as Abington's taking their warm-ups around the 10-yard line. Okay, we're making our way down the field with the Abington.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Mountaineer Stadium for the kickoff of the 2022 season. John Mendola with you. We'll have our student reporter, Nate Johns, here at Dallas with you coming up here as we get ready. And the captains getting ready to get out there and talk a little bit as we get ready for the game. As the captains now will meet in the center. Let's head down to the sideline as Nate Johns will talk to us a little bit.
Thank you, John. I'm down here by the Dallas sideline where they have the Beach Day theme going on, and there's a special touch today with the sunglasses in honor of Justin Moss, a student, an amazing student who went here to Dallas, but unfortunately tragically passed away this past summer. The sunglasses tonight are to remember Justin. And John, we'll send it back up to you.
Yeah, and our thoughts and prayers, obviously, to Justin and his family and the whole Dallas community in honoring him with the sunglasses tonight in a beach theme. We see the injury here for Dallas to number 33, Ryan Kuba, as the captains meet and get ready for tonight's game. So the Abington Heights Comets, 5 guys didn't come out for them. A disappointment, obviously, for Coach Repshis. Other commitments, playing different sports, doing different things. Coach Repshis, the positive guy he is, hey, we're going to move forward. Nate Johnson will tell us a little bit more about that as the game unwinds. Coach Manello excited for another season. Joe Repshis on the other side. At this Abington Heights team, they have some talented players, and including tight end Nico Bossi, who's going to head to Brown. So he's a kid that you got to worry about. And their punter and kicker, Michael Hartshorn, he's very good. He could bomb the punts and blast the kicks. And he was at a big camp and finished in like the top 10 out of a couple hundred people. So he's a soccer player. He's a senior. We'll get to see a little bit of special teams here at a Michael Hartshorn. So back deep will be Dylan Jeske for Dallas and Zach Pacheski, 2 talented guys here for the Mountaineers as we get ready to kick off the 2022 season here on the John Mendola Show Network. And we are underway. There is the bomb. Pacheski from his own 3-yard line. And a burst up across the 22-yard line. Blasted over there by Kevin Schmidt. So a nice tackle by Schmidt. 5'10 junior, 155 pounds. Want to thank our friend for sponsoring tonight. Whether you're a first-time home buyer, investor, or current homeowner looking to lower your interest rate, American Capital Finance, Inc., your go-to mortgage company in Pennsylvania, give Mark Farrell a call. 215-570-2521 for a free mortgage consultation. NMLS number 142029 for Mark Farrell. So here comes Dallas. Apatiki screened me over on the right-hand side. It's Jeske out across the 35-yard line and driven out of bounds over there from Abington Heights. Once again, it is Schmidt. 2 tackles so far on the night for Schmidt. Special teams and 1 right there, but not before we got a first down here for the Mountaineers. We'll be hearing from student. He is a junior, Nate Johns, all night here tonight at Mountaineer Stadium for Dallas. We'll be back here next week, Crestwood in town. And then in 2 weeks, the opening of the Wolfpack Stadium. We'll be there. Very excited about Wallenpaw Pack and the Wolfpack of Wilkes-Barre area to kick off their home opener. So 2 receivers over to the left-hand side for DALLAS. Zapatiki got biffled, but he delivers the ball over in the flat. So Joe Peters comes up with it after the heat was on there. Zapatiki got hit hard, but stayed after it. It's going to be 2nd down and short. Coming over to that far right-hand side, Nick Farrell, 6'1", 190-pound junior. Give it on that right-hand side. Pacheski now carrying the football in about the 48-yard line, and we're going to get a flag down in the area of holding. So a face mask, and we'll get number 56 back in here, who stepped out for a second, Lucas Schultz. So the personal foul as Parker Balesta in there over as like an H-back now on the right-hand side. So will he get the call? Let's see. Comes in motion, shuffles across. And is Zapatiki going to throw it in the flat? Bat it down over there. So a nice defensive play by Jack Burke, 6'2", 185-pound senior. 11:02 on the clock here in quarter number 1. Appreciate you joining us here on the John Mendola Show Network for the season opener. Man, the summer went quick. So looking over to the sideline. Goes Zapatiki. Just a 10th grader. Balesta, who's headed to Stony Brook. Zapatiki looking. He's throwing right down the middle. He's got his dude. Oh, just missed there. That was a great look. Zach Pacheski going across the middle and inches away from that connection as Dallas looks to be one of the teams that'll compete with the big boys this year. They've got talent with a lot of guys back. Can they match the speed of some of these teams? Hazleton area expected to be really good. Wilkes-Barre has some talent. Wyoming Valley West. So some of the big schools this season. Little difference. 2 6A teams this year. Just Wilkes-Barre and Hazleton area. They'll shuffle across. They'll give it to Jeske. Jeske's running straight forward down near the 25-yard line. So some good positive yardage behind that offensive line of the Dallas Mountaineers. The Cody Barace Memorial Foundation OTAP, Organ Transplant Assistance Program. Foundation's mission, keep the spirit of Cody Jude Barace alive, promote awareness of organ donation to raise funds to offset some of the costs that families face when awaiting organ donation. You could look for more information. It is the CodyBaraceFoundation.com. What a wonderful family and what a wonderful way to honor Cody's life and to help people here in northeastern Pennsylvania. Again, it is the CodyBaraceFoundation.com. So Balesta over to the left. They throw it out in the flat. They got Pacheski. He'll make a little wiggle room, suck people in. He got near the first down, passed it, and he's down to the 20-yard line, and it's a chain gang mover for DALLAS Dallas. So Farrell will go to that far side, over on this right-hand side. We'll have a couple of dudes, Peters and Pacheski. They'll throw in the flat. They got Jeske wide open in the flat. Can he get by a would-be? Does, down inside the 13-yard line. So Dylan Jeske, all 5'11", 185 pounds of them. Making a little bit of a difference right now as Dallas is driving right down the field with 9:33 on the clock here against Abington Heights. So it's the first week. There's only one scrimmage the last several years. You're looking to see how in shape teams are. Zapatiki now brings a guy across again. He'll throw it. A little lollipopper out in the flat. Pacheski gets pushed down to the 5-yard line. So Pacheski, he's like a Swiss Army knife, could do a little bit of everything. 9:12 make that on the clock. And it is first down and goal. So we got Farrell out on the left-hand side. Here is Zapatiki. He's looking. He's got a little wiggle room, and he got biffled over there. Nice job coming over to close on that. And it looks like number 28, Austin Boersma. 5'11", 195 pound. He is a junior. So Zapatiki took 2 big hits on this drive, but he's still standing. He's not saying, hey, this hurts, that hurts. He's taking a licking right now. And Dallas looking over to the sidelines right now to try to get the call on what the play is. So out to that far side is Pacheski. Fumbled snap, and luckily Zapatiki got on that. So it'll bring up third down for Dallas with 8:06 on the clock. Want to thank our friends at McCarthy Tire Service. It is the McCarthy Tire Game of the Night. Getting a little closer for the fall season. Give McCarthy Tire a call. They're open tomorrow till 3 o'clock on a Saturday. Here is Apatiki. Gives it to his running back, and it is keeping on his feet. Touch me down goes Parker Balesta on his first touch of the night from 7 yards. Balesta headed to Stony Brook and a score me. So Chopiak back for yet another year. He's finally a senior. He's been kicking here at Dallas for a while. So 6 Zipperoni. Can we add the 7-point with Chopiak? And the kick is up and just gets in there. 7-0 goes Dallas here in the first quarter. Let's head down to the sideline and Nate Johns.
Yeah, so the touchdown run there from Dallas by Parker Balesta. Parker's a Stony Brook commit, all District 2 defensive lineman, one of the most impactful players for Dallas on both sides of the ball, and he's showing why there. John, will send it back up to you.
Thank you very much, Nate. Absolutely. Good job by Parker Balesta getting that carry and busting up, busting through, and busting in for the touchdown for the Mountaineers to take the first drive in 2022. Want to thank our friends at Dee's Diner, East Main Street in Wilkes-Barre, across from the casino. Fans, it's hard to find a place open past 9 o'clock anymore. Dee's Diner, it's open all the time, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for good food and the convenience of being open when your belly's hungry. Visit Dee's Diner tonight. So Chopiak will kick it off here at 7:37 to go in quarter number 1 of the Mountaineers in front. And this will head down to number 21, Anthony Cura. And he gets busted up down there. Nice special teams play by the Mountaineers. Jarrett Webb, 5'9", 183 pounds, laid the wood there. So it'll be Abington Heights' first drive of 2022 with their quarterback, Sean Theodore, coming to the lineup and see what he could do. Fans, if you're looking for a community bank that supports high school sports, check out FNCB. FNCB has 16 locations throughout Northeast PA and supports many local teams. Stop into any branch or visit fncb.com for a simply better banking experience. FNCB Bank, member FDIC. So here comes Abington Heights. They will give it straight ahead and getting 5 yards on the carry will be number 28. That is Austin Borsman, 5'11", 185 pounds. 7:14 on the clock here in quarter number 1 with Dallas leading by 7. I think coming into this game, you thought, okay, the Mountaineers on paper would be a favorite. Abington Heights, again, that one season they didn't play. That was tough on them with COVID. You know, trying to keep guys in the program. They're shooting up 41 guys tonight. So that's positive for the Comets and Coach Joe Repshes. They'll throw it out in the flat right there in the pocket, but it'll be close to a first down as they connect with Christian Henzes. And good defense over there. Jeski. It'll be just short of that first down. Third down and a little itsy-bitsy here for Abington Heights. And a McCarthy Tire Game of the Night here on the John Mandola Show Network. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Next week, Crestwood and Dallas. So here comes the quarterback, Sean Theodore. He's got an eye backfield. Long count. He's going to go straight forward. I think he's going to have plenty for the first down. So Theodore calls his number, and it is a chain gang mover here for the Comets of Abington Heights. So assistant coach Greg Justave, the offensive coordinator for Abington, used to be the head coach. And Joe Repchis has been at it for a while now. As they send two receivers over to the right-hand side. That'll be Fedor and Burke. Over on this left-hand side will be Henses. Theodore in the gun. He's got a guy right alongside him. He's going to give it to his running back. Farrell's got him. Where the heck you going? Nice job by Farrell. So brought down right beyond the line of scrimmage. Farrell with those big meat hooks took him down. 2nd down and 9 here for Dallas. Two receivers over to the right-hand side. Here comes the blitz from Jeske. Theodore delivers and looking for a flag. It was tight coverage. Bossy was saying, hey, they were all over me like skin on kielbasa, but no call there. Man, I could go for some kielbasa right now. A little Tarnowski's kielbasa and Nanacoke. Sponsor of the John Mendola Show Football Magazine. You can pick up your copy right now if you're late. McCarthy Tire Service, great place to get it. Comets Law. All of our State Farm agents that have been so supportive over time. Frank Sirokach in Tunkhannock, Jen Ricky Abeloff in Dunmore, Michael Griffin in Dixon City, Matt Daly over in Kingston, Melissa Walters here in Back Mountain, Jeremy Baczynski in Drums in Pottsville. And how about that? Farrell again, spinning a quarterback around, and it is a 4th down. This will be special teams play coming up here for Abington Heights with their big punter. So let's see what kind of respect Pacheski gives to the kicking machine here, Michael Hartshorn. Somebody uncovered over on that far side, and Dallas ran up. They ran into the kicker, and it's going to be a short kick. So it's going to be a penalty against Dallas, but let's see what the referee says here. Well, here comes our referee. Still 4th down, a 5-yard penalty. It was running into the punter. It was not a personal foul. So I believe it is still 4th down, and they'll have to kick it again. 3:51 on the clock, quarter number 1. I want to thank our friends, our personal injury attorney, Comets Law. Law firm with a full service, serving clients throughout the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, Wilkes-Barre, Scranton, Allentown, Philadelphia, and more. Personal injury, motor vehicle accidents, give Comets Law a call. They're located on Public Square. There is that huge punt, very high. Nice hanger over there by Michael Hartshorn, showing his abilities, and Pacheski does a great job of bringing that thing down. Well, there's been some hot openers in the past. Tonight is warm, but there's been hotter ones. So, as much as we think, hey, we're hurting a little bit, there's been some hotter games. They bring Ballesta in motion. They'll throw it out in the flat. Jeske. He's He's got to get by one, and he gets a yard or two. So they're trying to see if they can expose Abington Heights out there in the flat. Those are going to be about 2nd down and 7 here for the Mountaineers of Dallas. So it appears as if everything is faster for the Dallas Mountaineers. The quick sideline huddle stuff. They bring a guy in motion. They give it to Jeske. Jeske goes straight up the middle, and the defense of the Comets right there at the 40-yard line to meet him. Not before a 2-yard gain. So good job there by the interior of Abington Heights defensively. Connor Casey in there, linebacker. He is a senior, helping out on the tackle. 3rd down and just about 4. Zapatiki out in the flat. He's got his dude and maybe more. Explosion down that sideline. And running is Peters down inside the 5-yard line. So the connection here for DALLAS Dallas, Joe Peters, 5'9", 165-pound senior. So a beautiful play there for the Mountaineers, as that play goes about 54 yards. So Dallas knocking on the door one more time here in this first quarter with 2:29 to go. John Mendola with you. Our student reporter Nate Johns from Dallas will be reporting on the sideline all night long. Zapatiki under center. And Balesta didn't have a chance. Once again, we mentioned him before. Number 55, Connor Casey. Also, Brandon Lazinski, 6'1", 260 pounds right there. So the interior line of Abington Heights getting the job done on that particular play. Second and 6. 2 minutes and a little bit on the clock. First quarter. Zapatiki rolling. He's going to get stuffed back there and a loss of 4 yards. Great athletic play, Austin Boersma. So 3rd down now after that loss. So what do you have in the tool shed? Well, you're going to bring Peters in right now. Out comes Peter Harpersberger. It's a big name. 1:21 on the clock. Dallas. They've got Farrell, single coverage over on this far side. Give it a little cushion there. Zapatiki looking. He's going to throw to Farrell in the corner. Farrell, the big tallie. Oh, through his hands. Perfectly placed by Zapatiki. Defended over there by Kevin Schmidt. So here comes 4th down. And Chopiak going to come in for the field goal attempt. So this ball will be spotted at the 12-yard line. I'm sorry, make that the 17-yard line. It'll be a 27-yard attempt. .108 on the clock. Chopiak, the hold coming by Peters. Kick is up. It's got plenty of distance, and it is good. 10-0 for the Dallas Mountaineers. Let's head down to the sideline, and Nate Johns has some info for us.
All right, so a big play there from Abington, and a big plays on the drive to hold them to a field goal with a big sack there by Austin Boersma, who had 3 sacks last year for Abington and is still obviously one of the best players they have on their defense. John, we'll send it back up to you.
Thank you very much, Nate. Good job. As Nate has his handy-dandy John Mendola Show football magazine there, clutching. And he got his copy out here in Dallas at Melissa Walter State Farm. And want to thank Melissa Walter State Farm for serving the Back Mountain community and the job she's done in a few years out here in the Back Mountain. Really community-minded. she's always involved with some kind of tent, and, they have food. They're taking care of animals. They got great stuff. So great community member here, Melissa Walters. Please support her local business here in the Back Mountain. So that kick goes down inside the two, but getting ahead of steam and coming upfield there is number 21, Anthony Cura. A little better return this time here for Abington Heights as they're up across the 26-yard line here in the first quarter with just under 1 minute to play. I want to thank our friends at McCarthy Tire, our McCarthy Tire game of the night here every week during football season. And then we'll get into basketball season. We're going to get some soccer games this year for the Wolfpack. Probably get a little bit of Wyoming Valley West and maybe some Dallas games. So we'll try to put a few of those on tap and a couple of good matchups this season. I think the Mountaineers expected to be the favorite here in girls soccer for 2022, but I think Wyoming Valley West will have something to say about that. And a team like the Wolfpack, they're going to win a few games this year as well, so they're going to compete and try to see what they could do. Berwick, they lost some talent from last year, but they're feisty as well. Now we're back talking football. Abington Heights with the football second possession up across the 30-yard line. So Cura with the ball, 5'9", 160 pounds. 42 seconds here in quarter number one. I thank our student broadcaster, Nate Johns, Matt Samuel, one of his teachers here at Dallas, and Mike Richards, the athletic director. Appreciate all the efforts of getting Nate on the air and excited about football season as he broadcasts some games here for the Mountaineers. Wants to have a great career in broadcasting. Carry goes up the middle, little quick trap action, and riding the back there of the ball carrier. So number 78 in there on the tackle, that is J.D. Jennings. And J.D. is a senior, 6'1", 217 pounds. So a nice job by J.D. getting the job done. So we're going to take a quick timeout. Quarter number one in the books. Quarter number two coming your way. We'll be back here on the John Mendola Show Network.
Under new quarterback Brady Zapaticki. I spoke with some of Zapaticki's teammates before the game, and they said he's done a great job of maturing and grabbing control of this offense throughout camp. John, we'll send it back up to you for the second quarter.
All right, very good job, Nate. And again, Zapaticki, just a youngster, getting the job done right now as a 6', 186-pound sophomore. Here comes Abington Heights here to start the second. They've got a 3rd down and 2. Can they move the chains here? Long count. They're going to throw it out in the flat. They got their dude, and it's enough for a 1st down, and reaching across there is number 22, Mason Fedor. So that was not Paul Crew, Mason Fedor on the reception. When you look at Abington warming up, they got a little bit of size, 6'3", 180 pounds. Quarterback 6'1". They've grown them tall there at Abington. Our McCarthy Tire game of the night. We're going to give it to Cura. Cura on the right-hand side. He's got plenty of wiggle room and enough for a first down carry down to the Mountaineer 45-yard line. So Pacheski helping out on the tackle, but not before the Comets get a little momentum here and get a first down and into Dallas territory. 11-11 on the clock. So an I backfield here for Abington Heights. They're going to try to run the football. They fumble the football. And who's got it? Battle looks like Theodore comes up with it. We'll get to some scores here tonight. Hanover area leading 7-0 tonight. Lakeland leads Scranton Prep 7-0. 2 scores in the first quarter. And now a lot of time and eventually a timeout here for the Comets of Abington Heights. .10:03 on the clock here in the second quarter. And Nate Johns is on the sideline. He has something. Let's send it down to Nate.
All right, so, John, the offense is moving the ball here, and one player to watch for them, tight end Nico Bossi, as they moved on the field. Bossi is a star on both the defensive line and a tight end and is committed to Brown University for football next season. John, back up to you.
Yeah, Nate, thank you. He is just committed a couple of weeks ago to Brown. And Bossi excited about what's upcoming for him. He wears a low number, not a double-digit kind of guy. He wears number 8, Nico Bossi, 6'3", 205 from Abington Heights. And again, obviously, a great student. You're going to Brown, you're doing the work in the classroom. So we got 10:03 on the clock. Farrell comes in for the Mountaineers of Dallas. Get a little rotation of players. They got 2 receivers over to the left-hand side, including Christian Henzes, who is a 5'9", 175-pound senior. And yes, that related to Coach Henzes at Dunmore. We're throwing right-hand side, up top, Tolley. Got it, caught the ball at the highest point. And talent over there is Mason Fedor. 6'3", $180. Big size advantage, and you just throw the fade, and it all works for the Abington Heights Comets with 9:56 on the clock. So sometimes you just want to throw the ball up to space, and Fedor did what he had to do, catch it at its highest point. Jeske over there guarding him now. 2 receivers over to the left. We'll give it straight up the middle, and the Dallas interior line is right there around the 14-yard line. So the carry by Austin Boersma. So the sideline marker is wrong. It was saying 4th down. It's only 2nd down because that long pass play gave him a 1st down. So 2 receivers over to the left. Fedor on the right-hand side with that one-on-one coverage. Are showing blitz, rotating. Backside blitz, they throw it on the flat of the opposite side, and good yardage. But it'll be down inside the 9-yard line. It'll bring up 3rd down and short for Abington Heights. That connection over to 16, Jack Burke. Thank our friends at FNC Bank. Fans, if you're looking for a community bank supports high school sports, check out FNC Bank. 16 locations here in Northeast PA, and they support many teams, including the scoreboard here at Dallas. Stop in any branch or visit fncb.com. Member FDIC. Here is Theodore. He's going to roll to his right. He's got a little heat. Lolly pops into the corner. Little too much sauce on that one. So the pressure was coming over there for Dallas. Colby Kleintop, 6 foot, 243 pounds. He's put together. 8:23. They've got the field goal kicker. This guy's got the leg. Can boot it from 50 plus. How many opportunities he gets at that, it's tough in high school, but he's got a boomer. So here comes Hartshorn. Henses is the holder, but we have a timeout on the field. Injury time, not sure. Somebody not feeling so well. So he comes off. So Abington will take their ill player over to the sideline. I'll bring in another and try to get this field goal and get on the board. They trail by 10. So they'll take 3 points if they can get it. So the referee comes over to talk to head coach Joe Repshis. Not sure, don't think anybody was charged with a timeout. And they'll spot that ball once again, and they look like the ball boy lathered it up and maybe got a new one in there after one of the interior linemen might have got a little ill in near that front part of the ball. So here is Hartshorn from 25 yards out. Snap, the kick. It is blocked by Pacheski. Pacheski on the blocker. He picks it up. And he gets all the way down to the 45-yard line. Pacheski, we got a flag on the field. But how about Pacheski coming off the edge? What a job by Pacheski. That is awfully tough to do. But it was that, you got that timing. It's like, is it 2.1? Is it 2.3? Is it 1.9? How many seconds to get that back? Pacheski fired off like a cannon. Flag gets waved off. And we're going to head down to the sideline. Nate Johns has something for us.
So the kick there was blocked by Zach Pacheski, who's also one of Dallas' starting receivers. And talking before with kicker Jay Stropiak, he said one of the things that Dallas benefits from is that they have a lot of great athletes, and they're putting it on display right there.
Absolutely, Nate. Thank you. You're right. Pacheski, the job he's doing down there. Stropiak as the kicker. And Dallas special teams, one of the hot spots or bright spots for Abington was the special teams. But that kick got blocked. So here comes Dallas. We'll pitch it left-hand side. Parker Balesta getting rid of some would-be tacklers with a big stiff arm. A flag comes in, so did they put the face mask on Balesta? Did Balesta do it to the other dude? I think it's going against Abington Heights, as Balesta said, hey, they grabbed my face mask. So Parker Balesta hasn't touched the ball a whole lot tonight, but when he has, it's been explosive, including the game's only touchdown in quarter number 1. So it's going to go against Abington Heights. The ball down to the 25-yard line. So here comes Dallas now right at that 25. Zapatiki's looking. He's going end zone far side. He's got a dude. Broke it up down there and a flag down at the line of scrimmage. So holding against Dallas. So that backs Dallas up now to about the 37-yard line. Zapaticki got a lot of heat. He gets it out in the flat to Jeske. Jeske trying to fight for what he could, but he's hit hard over there. By number 55, Connor Casey. We've mentioned his name a couple of times. So a good job by Casey. 7:37 on the clock here in quarter number 2. It's our McCarthy Tire game of the night. I want to thank our friends at the Athletic Republic, locations in Dallas and in Music. What a great job the Athletic Republic does to get student athletes to another level. Visit the Athletic Republic, again, locations in Dallas and in Music. We got a timeout on the field. We'll take our first timeout here. We'll come right back here on the John Mendola Show Network. We're back, second down here at Dallas as they lead 10-0 over Abington Heights, 7-12 here in quarter number 2. Looking over to the sideline, seeing what the call is going to be. Abington trying to make some adjustments defensively as they have 2 guys in the flat. Look at that guy in the slot over there, wide open. Love him right now. But they're going to throw it on the opposite side over this side. Peters with some great hands and a little bit of touchy toes, getting down to the 30-yard line where Cura sends him out of bounds. So it'll be third down and long still. They still got to get down towards about the 15-yard line. But Dallas will look over to the sideline. Chopiak again, he's got a leg, not this much range because that's a real bomber. But maybe they could get 15, 13, 14 yards here. Get close, and on fourth down, maybe go for it. Forefront here from Abington Heights. 3 linebackers. Little cover 2 action. 2 safeties. They'll give it Jeske, little draw me up, trying to go straight forward. Good job by the interior line, including Bossy in over there on the tackle. So it'll bring up fourth down here for Dallas. Under 7 minutes to play. There was an element of rain in the area, but we're fortunate that it kind of rolled through over towards the Tunkhannock area and kind of went through earlier, so we didn't get that threat. Farrell on the far right-hand side right now. Zapaticki falls down on the ball, and the play is dead there at the 34. But he made the right play. He could have just tried to get up and run around and maybe kick the ball around. It wouldn't have been good. Lakeland leading Scranton Prep 14-0. Again, that injury to London Montgomery has to be a factor for Scranton Prep. But they've got to continue to try to move on and do what they could. But our thoughts and prayers to London Montgomery before the season even started. Wallenpaupack leads Honesdale 8-0 tonight. And Old Forge, the Pizza Boys, And thank our friends at our Carol and Janelle 7-0 over How Do You Like Your Deer Meat. Here comes the Comets on first down up across the 40-yard line. Goes Abington, 6:16 on the clock here in quarter number 2. Goes Cura. So Anthony Cura. Kleintaub again in on that stop. Wolfpack leads 7-0 over Scranton in the opening week. Scranton will be feisty this year. So here come the Comets again. And coming off the edge there was Dallas, pinching a little bit. Nate Malarkey coming in. 5:30 on the clock here in quarter number 2. So 3rd down and 1 here for the Comets. A little less than 1, I think. Appreciate you joining us here on the John Mendola Show Network on the McCarthy Tire Game of the Night. They're open tomorrow till 3 o'clock. And a nice Houdini act there by Theodore. Dallas almost pinched that well, but Theodore did a great job of Houdiniing that around. First down at the 46-yard line for Abington Heights, trailing by 10. Well, Abington knocking on the door earlier and had a miscue with a blocked kick by Pacheski. Well, they certainly could put the ball in the end zone. And they're fighting and scrapping right here tonight. Cura, other side. He's got a lot of people over there. Made the most of it near the 50-yard line. So a nice job by Cura. Mark Karkutsky over there. Clark Van Orden. So it'll be second down at the 50 here, under 4 minutes to play. Here in the opening night of high school football for 2022. Berwick leading Southern Columbia 7-0. They throw it out in the flat, and they got their guy Fedor. Nice tackle over there from Dallas from Peters. It'll be close to a first down. Couple, maybe a yard and a half short. They'll spot that ball at the 46. They've got to get to the 44 of Mountaineer territory, but the clock keeps ticking here. 3:13 right now here in the first half between Abington Heights and Dallas. Relatively error-free game. Not many penalties. And the guys are lasting right now. You know, we saw some hands on the hips, but nobody, one guy, you know, kind of got ill over there on the Abington sideline, but they're hanging tough. Short yardage situation, they give it. Henses gets the football. He's got the first down for the Abington Heights Comets. So Christian Henses runs that football, and it is a chain gang mover here for Abington Heights. Want to thank our friends at Comets Law, personal injury lawyer in the greater Wilkes-Barre-Scranton area, Allentown, Philadelphia State College, Harrisburg. Personal injury, motor vehicle accidents, medical malpractice. Call personal injury lawyers Comets Law, 570-829-1111, located right on Public Square in Wilkes-Barre. Theodore out in the flat, going to throw it. He's got his guy, Karkutsky, defensively. Fedor gets whiffled right near out of bounds and was inbounds when he got that second hit as Peters came over to lay the wood. 2:06 on the clock. Lakeland right now in a romper room over Scranton Prep, 21-0. West Scranton 6-3 over Riverside. Here comes Theodore, tries to fake and got by one guy, and Theodore right near the sideline. And luckily there was no call. Theodore, a good sport over there. Now a flag comes in late, and I'm not sure if it's going to be a retaliation here, as Abington thought something should have happened, and it goes against Abington. So that'll hurt you. And a tough call there, because it was right on the edge, but the referees were right there. Dunmore has struck, and it's 7-7, and so is Scranton. 7-7, Scranton and Wilkes-Barre area. So Abington Heights gets called. Wyoming area leading 21-6 so far over Tunkhannock. Want to thank our friend Mark Farrell from American Capital. Whether you're a first-time home buyer, investor, current homeowner, give Mark Farrell a call, 215-570-2521 for a free mortgage consultation. American Capital Finance, NMLS number 142029. Mark Farrell. Theodore out in the flat. He's got his dude, but a great ankle tackle over there from Dallas. They complete it to Burke, but who's there? Lucas Turpak, 5'9", $175. He's a junior. Second down and 7. 1:12 on the clock here for Abington Heights. And they have to call a timeout. The coaching staff of the Comets not happy right now with that heady situation there for Abington, as they needed to make that play, as we're at 1:10 to go. And we're going to get down to the sideline. Our very own Dallas Mountaineer Nate Johns has a report for us. Nate?
So we're down here on the Dallas sidelines, and we just had a great moment between two teammates with Zach Pacheski and Brady Zapaticki both breaking down film. A great sign for Pacheski helping out his young quarterback. John, we'll send it back up to you.
Thank you, Nate. Nice job down there getting all the stuff on the sidelines. He's got his sunglasses on. He's into his Dallas Beach Night theme, as we give you week 1 high school football here on the John Mendola Show Network. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. So the Mountaineers lead 10-0. And we got a $1:10 on the clock here in the first half. Are they going to go to Fedor? They've got one-on-one coverage over here. That's what I would do. They're looking. They're going to throw it deep out to Fedor. They've got Fedor. He's got close to a first down right there. Lucas Turpak covering. Now they'll throw Fedor over to the other side. He'll be in the slot. So Dallas is going to have to try to defend that. They've got 3 guys on 3 guys. They're going to roll Fedor to the flat again and go to him again. He's got like 5 catches already, and he's got some yardage here as he hasn't dropped anything. 38 seconds on the clock. Remember, they've got the boom, boom, boom leg of Michael Hartshorn, the soccer player. Got a kick block so far tonight, but if they execute with all those 11 guys, Hartshorn, I'd like to see him maybe try a big long one. 38 seconds on the clock here in the first half. Dallas leads by 10. It's going to have a real different feel to this second half. Theodore's going up top. He's got his dude. It's not Paul Crew. It's intercepted. They tried to go to Fedor, and it's caught by Turpak. He's got a contingency down into Abington Heights territory, and they're going to celebrate as Abington with another unfortunate situation, and the Mountaineers take advantage. How about that, Lucas Turpak? As we head down to the sideline, Nate Johns has something for us.
A big play there for Dallas, an interception by safety Lucas Turpak. Turpak, a part of a Mountaineers defense that's bringing back 10 starters from last year and is currently pitching a first-half shutout. Back up to you, John.
Great job, Nate. How about that play by Turpak? Coming up with it. Couple of receivers over to the right-hand side. Dallas with 24 seconds. They're going to throw the ball. They're not waiting. They got a guy wide open. It's Jeske. Makes a move. Tries to get towards the out of bounds. He does not. 14, we're still rolling here, and then we got a timeout now. Well, I like the fact that Dallas, they're not just, hey, let's go in, they're like, hey, we got to go score. This Abington Heights team is feisty and could have had a touchdown and a field goal tonight, and it could be a 10-10 game. It's not. So a tough blow there as a face mask call against Abington Heights will give the Mountaineers a second down, so it'll be just a 5-yard penalty, no first down. It's our McCarthy Tire game of the night. Of course, McCarthy Tire, one of the largest tire dealers in North America. They're open tomorrow until 3 o'clock on Kidder Street in Wilkes-Barre. And we'd like to thank our friends at McCarthy Tire for sponsoring our magazine, sponsoring our show. We are driven by McCarthy Tire Service. Zapatiki looks to throw. He's got a little running room. He's got to head over to the sideline and does a good Houdiniac with 7 seconds left on the clock. Do you do a hook and ladder? Do you try to throw it to the end zone? Or do you just kind of play it safe at this point if you're Dallas? Rich Manello usually plays it a little closer to the vest, but his coaching staff over there might be saying, hey, coach, I think we could do this. I think we could do that. They're laying off of Farrell. Hey, you throw it out to Farrell. He beats the one guy over here. He might take it in. He might get 25 yards and step out of bounds with a second to go. They do throw it over into the flat, but a good job there defensively. Bossy, man, he makes me think of that Kill Bossy all the time. 4 seconds on the clock. I guess I'm just hungry. 10-0 right now, Dallas. 4th down. So you can pretty much play this out. They'll figure it out. Dallas kind of with their system now, with their coaches on the sideline. Hey, we're going to do this. We're going to do it this way. And I would think they're just going to run this out here. And they do. Parker Ballesta. Ballesta's got wiggle room. The clock will run out, but it gets down to the 29-yard line. That will do it here in the first half. It is the Dallas Mountaineers 10, the Abington Heights Comets nothing. We appreciate you joining us here on the John Mendola Show Network. We'll take a timeout. We come back. We'll hear from Coach Rich Manello. Nate Johns will have that interview to start quarter number 3 here on the John Mendola Show Network. We are driven by McCarthy Tire Service. Welcome back to Mountaineer Stadium. John Medola with you here on the John Medola Show Network. Nate Johns will be joining us shortly, our student reporter here at Dallas area, as it is a 10-0 lead on our McCarthy Tire game of the night. So excited and want to appreciate our sponsors tonight, FNC Bank. So they are part of the scoreboard here, the FNCB Bank 16 locations here in northeastern Pennsylvania. I want to thank our friend Mark Farrell from American Capital and the Cody Barace Foundation and OTAP, Organ Donation. They've done a great job in northeastern Pennsylvania bringing awareness to organ donation. Dee's Diner, East Main Street, Wilkes-Barre. They're open every single minute, every single hour, 24/7, 7 days a week. So we thank them as well. And our student reporter, Nate Johns, is down on the sidelines. He's got head coach Rich Manello getting ready for the second half.
All right, so we're down here with Coach Manello from Dallas. Coach Manello, what are your thoughts on the first half?
Well, we got some self-inflicted wounds, and we got to take care of that. Made some big plays, got to sustain tries, got to stay out of long yardage. All right, and they got some great skill kids, so we got to play our brand of football and get it done here in the weight room in the second half.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. Good luck with the second half.
So Coach Manello giving us his time. We appreciate that. Nate Johns on the sideline. Nice job of getting that quick report from Coach Manello, slipping that in right before the second half. So he knows that this isn't over. They are a block field goal and a interception, two huge plays by Dallas. That is the difference in this game. It could be 10-10 very easily. So Dallas will kick off here in the second half at Mountaineer Stadium. The weather has held off for us. Thunderstorm, a couple rolling through. Scranton was delayed a little bit. And down near Berwick right now, there is a boomer coming through. This thing is going to be kicked down right to the 4-yard line. That looks like Cura. Cura comes up across the 20-yard line. It'll be taken down there by the Mountaineers of Dallas. So in on the stop, number 77, John Cummings, a junior. So we're 5 seconds into this thing. And our pal Nick Johns has a quick report. Let's head down.
So we just talked with Coach Manello, and now we have some keys from Abington Heights coach Repshis on the keys to the game for Abington in the second half. Number one, they want to control the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball. They also want to win the field position battle, and they also want to eliminate mistakes in all three areas of the game. John, we'll send it back up to you.
Thank you, Nate, as Abington runs that football on first down on that right-hand side with Cura. And he'll get about 1.5 yards. So it'll be second down for the Comets and Coach Joe Repshis. We thank you for joining us here on YouTube on the John Mendola Show Network. Live high school football will be with you again next week. Crestwood in Dallas. Two receivers over to the left-hand side. They're going to throw it. Theodore's going, bombs away Lorraine. He's got a guy down there. Turpak, breaks it up. So Turpak once again waiting as they tried to whiffle one down to Jack Burke. Nice air under that one from Theodore. So Sean Theodore, he is a sophomore. 11:05 on the clock. Two receivers over to the left. Fedor is that one guy. Little X route over here for Abington. Looks good on third down and long. But nothing doing as we get a flag up front. Fans, if you're looking for a community bank supports high school sports, check out FNCB Bank. FNCB has 16 locations throughout northeastern Pennsylvania, support many local teams. Stop into any branch or visit fncb.com for a simply better banking experience. FNCB Bank, member FDIC. Part of that Dallas scoreboard is FNC Bank, and many of the local community schools has FNC Bank. 11:03 on the clock. Two receivers over to the left-hand side. Similar set, third down and long for Abington. They're going to throw a screen on the right-hand side. They've got it out there, and a nice job by Dallas of slowing down the big, strong young man from Abington Heights, number 28, Austin Boersma. So Pacheski does that job, and he will head back for the punt. So just the second punt of the evening here from Abington Heights. They trail by 10. So that big leg of Hartshorn, he got hit earlier on a punt. It was only a 5-yard penalty. Look at that bomb. Oh, man. All the way back to the 24-yard line. Here comes Pacheski. Can he get a little wiggle room? Abington covers that very well. And that looks like Burke in on that tackle on special teams. So Burke has a nice size and good range. Dee's Diner, East Main Street in Wilkes-Barre, across from the casino. Fans, it's hard to find a place open past 9 o'clock anymore. In fact, I just call the place, and they're like, yeah, we close at 9. I go, it's a Friday night. It's football. Sorry, we're closed. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You're not going to get that at Dee's Diner. For good food and the convenience of being open when that belly's hungry, visit Dee's Diner tonight. Two receivers over to the left-hand side for Dallas here in the opening drive of the second half. They give it Parker Balesta. He is wrestled down over there. And in on that tackle up front is Burke. So Jack Burke is a nice-sized player there for Abington Heights, 6'2", 185-pound senior. We've got 9:53 to go, and Coach Manello, you could tell by his report there with Nate Johns that, there's no gimmies here. They still got to execute here. I backfield. Balesta left-hand side. He's got an entourage over there. Parker Balesta down the sideline he goes. They got an angle on him. He's got one to beat. He's going to take it to the house. Covers 66-yard touchdown. Parker Balesta. Score me. Down to the
run
side.
there by Parker Balesta. And Parker Balesta, our player to watch here in the second half. He had the 6-yard touchdown run in the first quarter, and he has both Mountaineer touchdowns. So he's definitely a player to keep an eye on for the rest of the night. John, we'll send it back up to you.
Nate Johns right on it on that sideline as he talks about Parker Balesta busting up, busting through, busting down the house for 66 yards. 9:20 on the clock. Here's Chopiak. Peters hold. It's up, and it is straight down the pipes. 17 zipperoni and cheese for the Dallas Mountaineers tonight here at Mountaineer Stadium. That's a statement in that opening drive. And we'll take a timeout and be back here on the John Madola Show Network. Back at Mountaineer Stadium, 17-0. Nate Johns has the report for us.
Hi. So your player to watch in the second half, Austin Boersma of Abington Heights in the running game. He's done a lot of work in the running and passing game for Abington, along with a lot of good plays on defense. John, we'll send it back up to you.
Thank you, Nate. As Boersma is a force for Abington. But Theodore might be the guy they need to step up here because his arm with Fedor. I haven't heard much of Bossi. They're not throwing to the tight end a whole lot, but Fedor has presented a matchup that's been tough. We'll try to get to some scores here in the second half. Barwick leading Southern Columbia 14-0. That's a shocker right now. Lightning delay. So Mike Bennett in his debut right now, you pull off that win against Southern. That's huge. West Grant leading Riverside 14-9. Nanticoke all over Carbondale 21-0. Here comes the Comets. And a big stuffings up front by Dallas. Dan Sabolski. That was a monster hit on Boersma. Want to thank our friends at Comets Law, personal injury lawyers, Comets Law, locations in Wilkes-Barre, Scranton, Allentown, Philadelphia, State College, and more. Motor vehicle accidents, medical malpractice. Give Comets Law, the personal injury lawyers, a call, 570-829-1111, located right on Public Square in Wilkes-Barre. They throw it across the middle, and they got the tight end, but they corral him near the 23-yard line. So, good defense there from Dallas. Ben Carpenter in there. 5'8", 160-pound senior. 8:20 on the clock. .805 now on the clock. 15-15, Wilkes-Barre and Scranton knotted up. They tried to go to Fedor. Big overthrow there by Theodore, and they'll run off and punt it away here for Abington Heights. Hazleton area and Pittston area tied at 15 apiece. How about that? Delaware Valley down in Florida. They're facing some weather down there. Wyoming area 35-20 over Tunkhannock tonight. Nanticoke Coach Bruce has said they're going to have a pretty good football team. But I think Carbondale thought they could beat them. But Chesky, that was dangerous. He came down, and that was probably a good no call right there. Almost Fedor collided with Pacheski. But I'll tell you what, Pacheski is dangerous, man. That was high, and these kicks right now are so good from Abington Heights. But they've got to get points on the scoreboard. They trail by 17. It'll be a 50-yard drive coming up here for Dallas. Nate Johns on the sideline has a report. Nate?
So one of the big things that Abington talked about was wanting to win on all levels of the field. They've done a great job on special teams with Michael Harthorne. Harthorne's a 4.5-star recruit, according to Coles. John, we'll send it back up to you.
Yeah, Hartshorn getting some looks. One of the best kickers at a camp we had seen over the summer. Kick area on the right-hand side. Parker Ballesta running over somebody for a first down. DALLAS Dallas. So a great job there by Parker Ballesta in that offensive line on that right-hand side. So weight room right now. You're talking Coach Manello. We gotta bang the iron. He says that all the time. Push the metal. Two receivers on the right-hand side. They're going to give it on the left-hand side. Ballesta. They're wearing down their guys. Big block over there. So a little pancake action there by Lucas Schultz. 6'2", 252 pounds up front. Blitz is coming. They pick it up, right-hand side. Bolesla's got plenty of wiggle room. He's down the sideline. You ain't going to tackle muscle. 34-yard touchdown, John. Parker Bolesla putting the game on his shoulders right now. So here comes the extra point from Chopiak. 23-0 with 6:31 to go here in the third quarter on our McCarthy Tire game of the night. High snap. They're going to roll over to the right. Peters is going to throw it, and no good on that. But Peters had to make a call there and did what he had to do. So Nate Johns back on that sideline. We're going to head right down and get the report. Nate?
So, John, we're down here on the Dallas sidelines, and it's very animated after Parker Bolesla with 2 big rushing touchdowns. His big congratulations. He was telling all his offensive linemen, great job with the blocks. And, John, we'll set it back up to you as Dallas is up 24-0.
You got it, Nate. Thank you. Parker Bolesla has been the difference maker tonight here for the Mountaineers. A credit, as he said, to that offensive line and the job they did. Oh, Coach Manella, a little miscue there on the extra point. I'll tell him about it at some point. There's no doubt about it. I want to thank our friends at the Cody Barace Memorial Foundation, OTAP, Organ Transplant Assistance Program. The foundation's mission is to keep the spirit of Cody Jude Barace alive, promotes awareness of organ donation to raise funds to offset some of those costs that families face when awaiting organ donation. The Cody Barace Foundation, they're here to help. They're here to listen. Check them out for organ donation information. That kickoff by Chopiak goes end zone. So still 6:31 on the clock, and the Comets will start yet another drive here in quarter number 3. We're back here with 6:31 on the clock in quarter 3. Right-hand side, big carry for a first down goes Abington, so they didn't give up, and that is Cura. That was a muscle carry there from Cura. So 1st and 10 here, Abington Heights trailing by 23. Holy Cross 14-14. Valley View strikes first at Crestwood. They lead 7-0. Right-hand side. Cura gets rid of a would-be tackler, gets up to the 36-yard line. So 2nd down. Nanticoke still leading Carbondale. North Pocono over Valley West, 7-0. Well, people thought North Pocono might be pretty good this year. Yeah, not so shabby. Got a couple 15-15 games. How's that? Pittston and Hazleton and Scranton and Wilkes-Barre. That's unusual. Second down and 5 here for the Comets. They're going to run the football, and Dallas stuffs them after a 1-yard gain. The interior line, and backers come up. 5-10 and counting here in the third quarter. I want to thank our friends at Comets Law on Public Square in Wilkes-Barre. 829-1111. Personal injury lawyers, Jonathan Comets and his team will help you out. Give them a call. 829-1111. The one to call. That Patiki warming up over on the sideline with Peters. They're still looking to throw that football. Abington Heights, 2 receivers over to the right-hand side. They're going to roll Theodore. He's got his guy in the flat. It's Fedor, and he is wrapped up right around the 40-yard line short of the first down. So a nice execution there by the Comets. Just a hair short. You're down 23. Do you just run the football and go for it at this point? Probably one and a little bit. Just a little more than a yard. Maybe by a couple inches. And Abington is going to go for it here on 4th down. Again, they trail by 23. And now we got a timeout. And who's the timeout on? Oh, there is no timeout. They just replaced the ball. So it's 4th and just a little bit. Less than maybe a foot and a half here after they move that ball. Dallas is going to come hard. Abington Heights is stacked up. It's right near the line of scrimmage. Which way is it going to go? Oh, it's right there. I think they're going to give it to him. Chain gang is a moving forward. So a good surge by both teams right there. That's a lot of weight room work by both the Comets and the Mountaineers. 3:45 and counting here in the 3rd quarter. Two receivers over to the left-hand side. Theodore in the gun. He's got 2 backs right alongside him. He's going to throw on this side. He's thinking deep. He's got Fedor super long. He underthrows it, and Fedor made the adjustment. Ankle, no. Fedor, explosion down that sideline inside the 5-yard line. So they underthrow to Fedor, who's all 6'3", and now he says, I need a little break here. That was a long run. And Abington Heights is knocking on the door right now. Want to thank our friends at Dee's Diner, East Main Street in Wilkes-Barre, across from the casino. Fans, it's hard to find a place open past 9 o'clock anymore. Rolling up right about 9 o'clock soon. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Good food and the convenience of being open when you're hungry. Visit Dee's Diner tonight. Carry. Inside goes Henses right near the goal line. And it's going to be short. .234 on the clock, 23-0 Dallas. Abington Heights inside the 1-yard line here on 2nd down. Hens is in that backfield. Theodore steps up with 2 tight ends. He's going to throw it, and no go. Turpak covering Fedor, who came in on a hard slant. So now it's 3rd down and short. Fedor wants to come out again after 2 plays. I don't know if the coaches are saying, listen, you got to stay in. Fedor got banged up there on that one. Just coming in hard, but they need him in there. He's a good decoy, or you go to him. On that far right-hand side, him and Henses will go as a tag team, and they've got their running back in the backfield, and he's powerful, Boersma. Theodore, is he going to keep it himself? It looks that way. He does. Does the ball get over? The ball still in the air, and touchdown Theodore, and they come to Abington Heights. With 2:12 on the clock, Abington gets on the scoreboard. So they'll go for the extra point. They'll bring a lineman out late. 29-0 Nanticoke over Carbondale. That kick is up. I think it's going to be no good on the right, and it is no good. So they got under that kick. They get on the scoreboard. So we got a timeout on the field. We'll take one in a second, but let's head down to Nate Johns on the sideline. Nate?
So Abington Heights, with their first scoring drive, set up by a great pass by quarterback Sean Theodore, and Theodore also took it in for the touchdown. He's a very talented sophomore quarterback for this Abington Heights program.
Yes, he
John,
is.
we'll send it back up to you.
You got it. That's for sure, Nate. He's doing a good job. He's connected with Fedor a bunch tonight. So it's nice to see that. Whether you are a first-time home buyer, investor, or current homeowner looking to lower your rate and term, American Capital Finance Incorporated is your go-to mortgage company in Pennsylvania and New Jersey. American Capital Finance Incorporated, serving all of your mortgage needs. Licensed, again, in those 2 states by the Department of Banking Securities. NMLS number 142029. Give Mark Farrell a call. Mark Farrell, American Capital Finance. So the return there by Pacheski up to the 20-yard line. So the kicker there on the tackle, the soccer guy. Hey, I want to mix it up a little bit. 2:06 on the clock. West Scranton, 20-9 leading. Lakeland all over Prep, 27-zip. Got Berwick leading tonight over Southern Columbia. Southern Columbia, not too much offense going for them. Right-hand side, Balesta. So good job by that offensive line as he gets up across the 30-yard line, and it's a first down for the Mountaineers. 1:52 on the clock. 23-6 is the score. Dallas leading here late in this third quarter. Appreciate you joining us here on the John Mendola Show Network. We'll have more action coming to you in the whole season this year. Zapaticki tried to go deep, and he got hit hard in the backfield. Hens's came, but Zapaticki, one tough hombre. He has taken a bunch of blows. Unfortunately for Abington, Hens's is down, but I think it's a cramp, which is good news. You don't want a serious injury. Hens's has a cramp, and it feels real bad. Not that it's any consolation, but better than something worse than that. The Cody Barrace Memorial Foundation, OTAP, Organ Transplant Assistance Program. All right, you're going through a difficult time in your life. Somebody in your family, a friend needs a transplant. What you want to do is reach out to the Cody Barrace Foundation. They help people. So let's say you have a hospital stay and your family's from out of the area. They have to come and stay at a hotel. The Cody Barrace Foundation will help you here in northeastern Pennsylvania. Let's say, you need to drive your grandmother up from Pittsburgh, and there's a situation going on, and you need to keep her overnight at a place. And, Cody Barrace Foundation will help you with those things. They promote awareness of organ donation, raise funds to offset some of the costs that families face when awaiting organ donation. Great people. And, again, they just recently had a basketball tournament. Community really supported them. They just have great community support there. They're, again, the people, so much love and kindness. The Cody Barrace Foundation. Dallas here on the carry. Up just across the line of scrimmage was Parker Balesta after Hens's had those cramps. And Nate Johns on the sideline has something. Nate?
So Dallas's offense in the second half has leaned a lot towards running back Parker Balesta. Balesta, of course, committed to Division I Stony Brook over the summer. And coming back as a 1,000-yard rusher, he still has unfinished business at Dallas. John, back up to you.
Thank you, Nate. Doing a fantastic job down there on the sideline. Nate Johns here, a junior at Dallas area. We move over to the one side. Zapaticki, a little shuffle, a little to cross the 37-yard line, driven back. But good job by Zapaticki getting some positive yardage here and brings up fourth down. So Balesta will join his brother. And guess who else is there? Coach Manello's son is a GA, a graduate assistant out at Stony Brook. So a fantastic opportunity for Coach Manello's son, Stone Manello. 14 seconds on the clock, 10 seconds on the game clock here, play clock, that is. And here's a boomer. Pacheski is a fumble. And who's going to get up on this one? And Dallas saying it's their football. And the special teams of the Dallas Mountaineers. Coming up with that football is number 21, Mike Lewis. So good job by Lewis on one of the final plays. That is the final play of quarter number 3. We're going to go to quarter number 4. And we'll switch sides of the field. We'll do all that fun stuff as Dallas leads 23-6 as we get ready here for quarter number 4 on the John Mendola Show Network. Let's head down to the sideline. Nate Johns.
So this goes back to what we were talking about earlier with Chase Chopiak and how Dallas has a lot of athletes. They were able to make a great play on the ball and get to it, and now Dallas has great field position to start the 4th. John, we'll send it up to you for the start of the 4th.
All right, Nate, thank you so much. Again, student reporter Nate Johns with us from Dallas. We'll be hearing from him during the week as he spoke with the girls' tennis team this past week. We'll take a quick timeout. We'll be right back for quarter number 4 on a McCarthy Tire Game of the Night. Zapatiki, score me, Pacheski. How about that right to start quarter number 4? Zapatiki goes end zone on the post pattern, and Pacheski wide open for the 29th point for the Dallas Mountaineers. So here comes the extra point by Chopiak. And that was like a golf shot over on the right-hand side. Just chipped it in. 30-6, Dallas over Abington Heights. As Nate Johns has something for us on the Dallas sideline.
And the first touchdown pass for Brady Zapatiki in a Dallas High School uniform. His teammates down here very excited as Dallas takes a 30-6 lead here with 11:25 to go in the 4th. John, back to you.
Thank you so much, Nate. There's a lot to look forward here with Zapatiki and the job he is doing. And Dallas right now getting a talk to on the special teams end from Coach Manello. Saying, hey, you guys, you can't let anything happen. You got to make a tackle. You got to wrap up. You got to stay in your lanes. You got to do all those things that you're supposed to do. And we thank our friends at McCarthy Tire, our McCarthy Tire Game of the Night. One of the largest tire dealers in North America. And what a fantastic family. I mean, you're talking about great people. The McCarthys do so much in our community. And we appreciate everything they do for high school athletics here in northeastern Pennsylvania, for giving you games like tonight, thanks to our friends at McCarthy Tire. Abington, little miscue, down at the 5-yard line. And they'll try to run it out towards the 15. And good old Handy Dandy's been good on special teams tonight. Number 77, John Cummings with a play. So he made the tackle. Manuka Subaru It's all we do. We thank them for sponsoring us again tonight. Nate Johns down on the sideline.
So, John, we just spoke with quarterback Brady Zapaticki about his first touchdown pass, and he said, quote, "There's nothing like your first touchdown pass," and he's very happy. John, back to you.
Thank you, Nate. So here comes Abington Heights now in the gun, and they'll hand the ball off straight up the middle, and wrestled just past the line of scrimmage is the running back. So a good job there defensively coming up the bottom of that pile. Kleintop. A gain of about 1.5, maybe 2. 11:27 on the clock. Two receivers over to the right-hand side. Single receiver on the left here for Theodore. He's going to throw it. Immediate pass over there. It's caught by Abington as it ricocheted, almost picked off. But I think that's Hens's. Came up with a catch. It'll be a first down here for the Comets of Abington Heights. So the clock will stop briefly. Dee's Diner, East Main Street in Wilkes-Barre, across from the casino. You know, it's open 24/7 whenever you're hungry. Hey, it's 1:30 in the morning, you can't sleep, Dee's Diner. 4:30 in the morning, Dee's Diner. 7 o'clock at night, Dee's Diner, open 24/7. 10:43 now on the clock. Ball spotted at the 29-yard line. So it's going to be second down. We'll get to some scores coming up here. Nanticoke all over Carbondale by 29. Lakeland still leading 4 touchdowns better than Scranton Prep. That'll turn a lot of heads. Receivers over to the right. They're going to throw it across the middle, and Bossy was knocked down. Pass interference for sure. Oh, they got that call. Bossy wanted a call earlier, didn't get it. But that one he deserves. Holy Cross leading 28-14 over Hanover area. West Scranton and Riverside in a tight affair. It's 20-17. Scranton and Wilkes-Barre, 15 apiece, so that's a tight one. Two receivers over to the right-hand side for Abington Heights, 10:39 on the clock. And Karkutsky in on the tackle on the first down. He'll get a couple of yards. So that was Hens's. 30-6 to score. The Mountaineers in command tonight here at Mountaineer Stadium. Next week they'll host Crestwood. Crestwood losing to Valley View last time I checked. So here comes the Comets. Two receivers over to the left-hand side. They've got two guys alongside Theodore. High snap, they're going to look. He's going to throw. He's got a receiver. It's Hens is wide open for a second. It's intercepted by Pacheski. Hens has had a couple of yards on him. It wasn't his fault. The ball just fell a little bit short. Good sportsmanship by Hens, as you would expect back there. Him and Pacheski kind of fell over each other at the end of the play. But this Dallas defense tonight, they have risen to the occasion every time but once. And it's 30-6 because of that. And Zach Pacheski has been ridiculous back there. He catches a touchdown. He gets an interception. does the job on the punt. I mean, he's just that kind of athlete. Western Wayne all over Lake Lehman tonight. .9:45 on the clock. I backfield here for Dallas. Left-hand side, it is Parker Balesta. Parker Balesta breaks a tackle. He's still on his feet. Parker Balesta's got a guy to beat. He's going to get a tackle or a blocker down there. He beats somebody. Flag on the field. Who's it going to go against? Does he make it? 88 yards. So the flag is going to call this thing back. The officials are going to talk about it here. Is it a sideline warning? Let's see. Decline. Touchdown, Dallas! So the penalty against Abington Heights, and Parker Balesta goes 88 yards. He has been a human highlight film tonight, just running through, running upside, rough side. Great job by Balesta with his third touchdown. So here's Chopiak and Peters teaming up with 9:27 to go. And another good shot, 37-6. Let's go down to Nate Johns on the sideline.
And again, we see a big play from those Dallas playmakers. Zach Pacheski, their top receiver. So naturally, he has a great ability to catch the ball. And then Parker Balesta is just racking up the touchdowns today. A 1,000-yard receiver from last year. He might be on pace to go for 2,000 at this rate. And John, will send it back up to you.
Awfully optimistic there. Nate saying, hey, 2,000, you got to get your first 100, and then we'll kind of build from there. But see what you could do. So here we go. Kickoff up to the 23-yard line. Goes Abington Heights, taken there by Shane Brower. So they're saying 4 touchdowns for Balesta. I think I said 3. Well, he's just running roughshed right now. Appreciate you joining us here on the McCarthy Tire game of the night. McCarthy Tire, 340 Kidder Street in Wilkes-Barre. Open tomorrow, 8 till 3. Oil change, tire rotation, new tires. Head over to McCarthy Tire in Wilkes-Barre, one of the largest tire dealers in North America. 9:12 on the clock. Abington Heights trailing 37-6. So we thank our friend, American Capital Mark Farrell, for helping us out tonight. OTAP, the Cody Barace Foundation, Comets Law, Manuka Subaru, all of our State Farm agents, Frank Sirokach, Matt Daly, Michael Griffin, Jen Rickey, Jeremy Baczynski, and Melissa Walter. What a beautiful throw, and broken up over there. Beautiful throw, and it was a good shoulder by number 8 for Dallas, Ben Carpenter. So Ben Carpenter, he didn't use his helmet. He shouldered Bossy and broke it up. 8:37 on the clock here in quarter number 4. A little warm night here in the press box, but it's opening week. This is quite normal. We'll be back here again next week when Crestwood is in town. And now we got a whistle. We're going to get a timeout on the field. Still 8:37 on the clock. We are back here at Mountaineers Stadium, and Junior at Dallas area Nate Johns has a report.
So for Abington, there have been a couple good things to take away from this game. First of all, they've been able to establish the running game with Austin Boersma. And also, they've shown quarterback Mason Theodore has a very strong arm and the ability to be a playmaker, which they will need as they go into a harder part of their schedule when they take on teams like Valley View and Scranton Prep later in the season. John, back to you.
Interception there by Dallas. So Dallas does it again defensively. And the interception by Nate Malarkey. 5'9", 143-pound sophomore with the interception. .8:26 on the clock. Lakeland over Prep 41-7. Scranton leads the Wolfpack by 3 in the second half. Wallenpaupack 15-6 over Honesdale. Nanacook all over Carbondale. Parker Balesta has put on a show tonight. Wyoming area by 15 right now over Tunkhannock. So Dallas will run the football here. And on the left-hand side, I got some wiggle room and making a move. And they're still going down the field. Number 21, Mike Lewis. So Mike Lewis busting it down, but we have a flag in the center of the field. So this looks in the area of holding for Dallas. Face mask, Abington Heights. Totally way off. So Lewis's carry works. Rich Manello has to feel really good about where he's at with his team right now here late in this game. West Scranton 27-17 over Riverside. And stop right there, Lewis by the Comets. 7:53 and counting. Looking forward to a little fresh cut tomorrow. Get a haircut. Have a good weekend. Going to be hot. And then I think the middle of next week, going to cool off a little bit. So we'll get through about 5 hot days, and then we'll cool off. Lewis, right side. Following his blocking, following his heart, following it into the end zone. Touchdown, Dallas. So 7:16 on the clock, and the Dallas Mountaineers strike again. Mike Lewis scores it. I want to thank our friends at Comets Law. Personal injury lawyer, Comets Law. Full-service law firm serving Greater Wilkes-Barre, Scranton, Allentown, Philadelphia, State College, and Harrisburg. Personal injury, motor vehicle accidents, call Personal Injury Lawyers, Comets Law, 570-829-1111. Chopiak's kick is up, and it's good. So now 44-6. .7:16 on the clock here at Mountaineer Stadium. It is 44-6, and Nate Johns on the sideline for us.
So, John, one of the things down here that we've noticed, some very physical hits. You could probably hear it up in the booth on that last drive. Abington not giving up, and they're laying the big hits, which is good because they're going to be playing against some physical teams later on in the year. And, John, back up to you.
Thank you, Nate. Yeah, they're still trying to stick with it the best they could. I mean, they're you know, some tough breaks for Abington tonight. It was 10-0. You know, they had an opportunity with a field goal, a possible touchdown, but Dallas just made plays. Their playmakers made plays. That was the difference in this ball game. And Chopiak's leg, that goes into the end zone here with 7:16 to play. I want to thank our friend Mark Farrell at American Capital. Whether you're a first-time home buyer, investor, current homeowner looking to lower the rate and term, give Mark Farrell at American Capital Finance a call. His number is 215-570-2521. Mark Farrell, 215-570-2521. Banking and securities. NMLS number 142029. That is Mark Farrell, licensed in New Jersey and Pennsylvania. 44-6. Abington bringing in a different group. Dallas sending out a different group. And we're going to play some more football here tonight. Abington now will turn to number 7, Nick Bradley, 9th grader. We'll hand it off right-hand side. And a good run there by the Comets. We'll get some positive yardage. Goes Gavin Padula, 5'7", sophomore. So we're into the 6-minute mark, 6:42 here on the clock. We'll get some interviews after the game with Coach Manello and some of the players. And we'll give them to you during the week here on the John Mendola Show Network. Thank our friends at McCarthy Tire Service in our game of the night. McCarthy Tire, one of the largest tire dealers in North America. So another carry over there, Padula. So tackled over there by Alex Kavanaugh, 6'1", 170-pound sophomore. Now under 6 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Trail beats Mid-Valley 21-13. Handoff up the middle to the big daddy, number 34. So that was Cade Sespico, 6'1", 190 pounds. He's just a freshman. He got wrestled down pretty hard there. So James Fozzie with a tackle, senior. Here comes the Comets with first down, running the football. I backfield. They're going to pitch it out to the right-hand side. And coming over to make the initial tackle again was Fozzie. So they'll get, maybe about 5 yards on that. It'll be a second down carry. Down to about 4:44 left in this contest between Abington Heights and Dallas here in the John Mendola Show Network. Hazleton area now all over Pittston area, 34-15. So they put it all together. Two receivers over to the left. Here come the Comets. And they give it again to Padula, who gets near the first down marker, but I think he'll be a hair short. They're going to say, hey, let's give him the benefit of the doubt. Let's send the chain gang down this way with 3:59 to play. Dunmore and Old Forge, that game is getting interesting. Dunmore, 28-20 in the third. So the Deer Meat step it up. Here's the big fullback, the ninth grader down that left-hand side is a bulldozer, and he's still going strong to the 22-yard line. So Sespico, 6'1", 190, like a rock solid, and 3:24 on the clock, and Abington trying to see what they could do late here. Here comes the Comets now. First down at the 20. They give on the right-hand side. New ball carrier. So Vernetti, 5'4", 155-pound 10th grader. As we head down to the sideline, Nate Johns.
So we just heard on the Dallas sideline, Coach Morello was telling his guys, get behind these guys on defense. And one of the other things he talked about was execution, because everything has been leading up to this, and Dallas has definitely been executing and firing on all cylinders tonight. John, back to you.
Yeah, it's interesting, Coach Manello. You're down there on the sideline, and you hear the different things he says. Like, hey, these young guys have been supporting the older guys all game long. And he wants them to, hey, stay behind it right now. Don't let them score. So, nice job again here for Abington Heights, just running the football. Vernetti again, just staying with it. Those young guys in the backfield here for the Comets. Dallas has their own set of underclassmen. They give it to the fullback, and he's going to be short, down to about the 4-yard line with a $1:41 to go. Good sportsmanship there by Abington Heights. One of the Dallas guys was down. And number 56, Garrett Sespico, the senior, helped him up. You always like to see that. It's late in the game. Hey, you're on the other side of the scoreboard. You want to teach values. And Coach Repshis and Coach Manello, both guys have character that want to teach values to their kids. And that's what the parents want. They want a coach that's going to be, hey, this is what you have to learn. This is what you have to do. And compliment the parents a little bit. Abington looking to punch it in right-hand side. Yeah, still a second effort and short. 56 seconds on the clock. And they're going to bring in another guy. And Dallas sends in one of the interior linemen to try to stuff things up. coming into the ball game is Evan Allen, a 10th grader. 38 seconds. 44-6 is the score. Two receivers go over to the left-hand side. Comet saying, hey, let's score this one. I backfield. 25 seconds. They give it to the fullback, and he scores. Touchdown, Abington Heights with 19 seconds to go. So they worked hard getting down the field. Congratulations to the Comets and able to punch one in as Cade Sespico worked hard there for his teammates. Want to thank our friends McCarthy Tire, the McCarthy Tire Game of the Night. Open tomorrow until 3 o'clock. Our friends at the Cody Barace Memorial Foundation OTAP Organ Transplant Assistance Program. Check them out online, CodyBaraceFoundation.com, for more information about awareness of organ donation. Great people. They're here to help you in an unfortunate situation. That kick is blasted through. It was now 44-13 with 19 ticks to go. We'll be wrapping this thing up shortly. And you could see us online during the week on the John Mendola Show Network on YouTube. I want to thank our crew tonight. Johnny Mendola, Angelina, and Gianna, and, of course, Nate Johns on the sideline here for Dallas area. Did a fantastic job down there on the sidelines. He is a junior, wants to get into broadcasting, and he's well on his way. Wants to head to Syracuse. And he's doing a bang-up job down there. So we have 19 ticks on the board. Manuka Subaru, it's all we do. They're open tomorrow. So looking to buy that new car, maybe a used car. Not that many selections, but you know what? The friends at Manuka Subaru will help you with whatever you need. Joe Corbett Jr. and his family, the Corbett family at Manuka Subaru. Awesome people. And visit our friends at Manuka Subaru. It's all we do. So we'll get a kickoff, maybe we'll get a play, and then that will do it tonight here at Mountaineer Stadium as Dallas leads. So this kick will head down right to about the 12-yard line and get up across the 25-yard line are the Mountaineers. Crestwood up 14-7 with 5:45 to go in Mountaintop against Valley View. Well, some people thinking Crestwood's really good this year. And right now they're beating Valley View, who is supposed to be pretty good. 15-13 Wallenpaupack over Honesdale. Western Wayne 34-6. West Scranton 27-17. And the clock is going to run out. Dallas defeats Abington Heights tonight. Wilkes-Barre leads Scranton with 9 minutes left in the fourth. Final score, 44-13. Nate Johns one last time. One last time here, Nate Johns. We're going to send him down to him on the sideline.
A 1-0 start for Dallas. They're very excited to start 1-0. They said they're feeling good. And now we'll see how they do next week against Crestwood. John, we'll send it back up to you.
Yeah, Crestwood right now, again, leading. It could be two 1-0 teams. We'll see how that one ends up. But we appreciate you joining us here on the John Mendola Show Network. 44-13. Have a great night, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us.